Hello everyone. So once again welcoming you in the new session of this Python revision to 1. So we have already covered the portion which is given inside the chapter. Along with that we did the output based question in the last video. So as you know, output based questions are the part of section ABC. So mostly the questions are coming. So it's a something important from the exam point of view also. And as such, if you are actually learning to understand this language, so to understand the language also you should be clear with the output thing. Okay, so let us start with some programming stuff today. So yeah, without wasting our time, we'll go to the program. So the first program is write a program to print one of the words negative, 0 or positive according to whether variable x is less than 0, 0 or greater than 0 respectively. So write a program to print one of the word negative, 0 or positive according to whether variable x. So it is all about variable x, right? It is all about variable x, the value of variable x. So if the value of variable x is less than 0, then you have to display the spelling words. Okay, less than 0 is negative. If it is 0, then 0, and if it is positive, then we have to display positive. So well, this is we can do with the help of condition only. So conditional statements you will use to explain this. I am going to execute it on the IDLE. So I am opening the new file, the script mode of this Python window. Okay, so let us start with, so first what they are saying, we have to enter the value of variable. Let me arrange this also. Okay, so yeah, so here we have write a program to print one of the words negative, 0 and positive. So this is with respect to the value of variable x, right? This is with respect to the value of variable x. So first we have to take one integer for x. So you know very well, if you want to input one integer value, int input and enter a number or enter the value of variable x. Anything is fine. Now with respect to the condition, so you have to check for negative. You know all the numbers less than 0 are under the category of negative numbers. So if x is less than 0, so in that case you will print it's a negative number. So what you will write here? Negative. Right, then again we will go for the second condition. This time you have if x is equal to 0. In case of computer science we use double equal for the equality. This time you have to print 0. And the last is what? If x is greater than 0, in that case we have to print it's a positive number. Okay, positive. Greater than 0 is positive. Okay, well let us execute this code now. So we are going to run module and you have to save it. So you can save it to any of the location, it is up to you. So enter a number. Suppose I am entering 2, so it's a positive number. See, it's coming positive. Perfect. So well, you can check if you want to check for 0 also. So suppose I entered 0, so it is displaying 0. And if you will check for a negative number like -4, so negative. So it's working for all the 3 inputs. Okay, with respect to all the 3 conditions. Moving to the next question. So we have the next one here. The next one is write a program. Yeah. So write a program that returns true if the input number is an even number, false otherwise. So returns true if the number is an even number. So if it is an even number, then return true, otherwise false. So again, they are talking about a number only. So in this question also, first we will insert a number. So I am moving to the file again and converting this code as a comment. You know, a multi-line comment you can give with the help of triple quotes. Okay, so this is question number 1 is done. Now the question 2, in this also they are asking you to enter a number and check it's an even number or not. So take a number here, x is equal to int input, enter a number. Enter a number, right? For you have to check for even number. Do you know the condition for even? Even is the number which is divisible by 2, and divisibility we can check with the help of modulus operator. So if the variable is x, x modulus 2 is equal to 0. So this is the condition for even. Okay, and else is odd number, right? So if it is an even number, actually what they were asking us to display. Even number is true. You need to display true and T capital, else false, right? So here also you don't write even number, you write true. Okay, and here you write false because it is not a even number. Done. So let us run this code again. Go to run module and all. So just check it out. I am entering 2, so true, right? And if you will enter something else, then it will, a number which is not divisible by 2, like 5, then false. Okay, so this is also working perfectly. Now moving to the next question. So the next one is, here we have the third one. Write a Python program that calculates and print the number of seconds in a year. So number of seconds we have to display in a year. So we have to enter one year value first, right? So some of the things should be clear to us when we will do this question. It is, let me convert this also into comment. Okay, now the third one. Yeah. So third one is what? In third question, we have to check the number is even, or sorry, we have to find the number of seconds in an year, right? So go for it. So first we have to take the year value. So what you will write, year is equal to enter input, enter year, right? And number of seconds we have to check. So first you should be clear, in case of year related questions, first we should be clear with the leap year or a normal year. Because in case of leap year, you have some 366 days. In case of a normal year, we have some 365 days. So first we have to check for the leap year. So do you know the condition for leap year? It is if the year value is every 4th year we are getting a leap year, right? So it should be, completely divisible by 4, or it is sometimes it should not be a century year. So it should not be divisible by 100 and even 400 also. So let us write down the condition here. The first is if this year value that should not be that if it is divisible by 4. So this is the condition for a leap year only, and it should not be a century year. So year modulus 100 is not equals to 0. Okay, next is we have the or x modulus 400, that should also be 400. That should not be equals to, that should be equals to 0. So these conditions are for the seconds. So how you will start? You will write second is equal to, we have 366 days. So first you will take 366 days. In a day, how many hours are there? 24 hours. So 24 hours. In 1 hour we have 60 minutes. So multiplied by 60. Now this value is converted into minutes. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So again you will multiply it by 60. So this is the value which is equal to seconds. Okay. Now you will do the same thing for else, but this time we are writing it for 365 days, which is a normal year. So 365 again days. In a day you have 24 hours. In 1 hour you have 60 minutes. In 1 minute you have 60 seconds. Okay. So that's all about this. And we have to finally display the output. So print it out, the number of seconds, total number of seconds. Okay, it is comma and the value is second only. So well, this is done. We'll go to run again, run module, and then you can check a value here, any value. So let us go for it. Yeah. So enter year. So suppose year is 2000. So x is not defined. Which x is not defined? Oh, by mistake I wrote here X, which is year. Normally in the previous question I was using X, right? So we can check it again here. It is 2000, and now you can see some value is coming for the seconds. Okay, so this is for the third question. Now moving to the next one. In the next question you have one more. Write a Python program that accepts two integers. Okay, so here we have two integers from the user. So two integers n1 n2 suppose, and print a message saying if first number is divisible by second or number, or if it is not. So if first number is divisible by second, you will display yes, and if it is not divisible by second, then you will display no. So moving to our IDLE again, because we are going to write the code in the same thing. This is the output window, but we have to move to the script mode. So here also you'll convert it into comment. Okay, this is, please don't include this as a part of your new thing. So I'm just putting it up. Okay, so well, first they are asking you to input two integers. So I'm taking n1 is equal to input, enter first number, right? Enter first number. Now the same thing we will do it for second. n2 is equal to input, enter second number. Yeah, enter second number. This is done only. Now we have to check for the first is divisible by second. So n1 modulus n2. You know that divisibility wala question we did it in the previous the second or third one was there, where we were checking for even or odd number. So we check the divisibility with number 2, but here we have to check for the first number is divisible by second or not. So here you can write yes, it is divisible or divisible. Okay, so this is done. And then else block. So else, in else you will write print not divisible. Okay, perfect. So let us go to the run and then run module and then check it. Like suppose I am entering 10 and then 5. So it's coming as divisible, which is perfect only. So I think I hope you are clear with this. I can show you the complete 4 codes here. So for all the 4 questions. So this is for question number 1. Okay, and this is for question 2, right? And this is for question 3. Okay, and the last is for question 4. This is for question 4. Question 4. Okay, so yes. Now moving to the next question. So the next question is write a program that asks the user the day number in a year. The day number, you know very well, some 365 days are there, and if you are considering the normal days, then 365 days are there. And ask the first day, like the first day, like 1st January, Sunday, Monday or Tuesday, whatever. Then the program should display the day on the value has been input. What we have to do, we have to first check the values that should be entered by the user. So here first we have to enter the day number, and then we have to enter the first day of the year. With respect to these two values, we have to calculate the day name of a particular date. I mean, whatever the date is, like suppose I entered 28. Okay, so 28, suppose January 28 I entered, and the first day of January is suppose Tuesday. So we have to display the output is, we have to display the day name on day 28. Okay, that is the question. So how can we do it? I mean, you just have to start. Suppose you have started from Tuesday, so you will count 7 days. Then after 7 days again one Tuesday will come, then again one Tuesday will come. So like that, and then the remaining days, suppose 1 week and then some days, so that values you will be added into this. Okay, so let us execute it. So first in this question we have to enter the day number and the first day of the year. So let us open IDLE. Again, and we'll go to script mode. As you know, if anything long, if more number of statements are there, so better to go for script mode. So the first thing is we have to enter the day. So suppose I am entering that day number in X variable. So int input, enter the day number. Right. Then next is we have to enter the day, first day. So y is equal to input, obviously, because Sunday, Monday. So that thing is in string only, and string we used to enter with the help of input function. So enter the day name. Okay. So what I am doing, as you know, total days in a week are 7. Those are from Sunday to Saturday. So I am taking a list here, and in this list I am going to enter all the days starting from Sunday. Then we have Monday, and then we have Tuesday. Okay, next is Wednesday, Thursday, double quotes because it's a string. You can give it in single quote also, because in Python there is no change. Friday, and then finally we have Saturday. Okay, so I entered all the days here. Let me take the first letter for all in capital. Well, I have defined a list here. So what I am thinking, it is something, what can be done? This list, and we have to find the index of the day name entered by the user. So L.index, that value is y. So y is, suppose the user has entered Tuesday, so it will return 0, 1, 2. 2 will be returned by this, so 2 is the extra one, and then the value of the weekdays. So it is the day number, and you will find the modulus with 7. So I think this should work. This will give you one extra value, because the day number when you will take it is starting from 1, but we actually have to work with -1. So this whole thing, so what you will write, p is equal to p minus 1, and then you can print the list and this value of p. So let us dry run this code here. Okay, so here only you can check. Suppose you are entering a value, suppose in this only I am entering the day number is suppose 20. Okay, so for x it is 20. Okay, so 20 I entered, and the first day is you can see it's Sunday, right? 20, and y is equal to Sunday. So how to do it? It is p is equal to L.index of y. Sunday is 0 only, so 0 plus x modulus 7. So it is 20 modulus 7. So 20 modulus 7 will give you the remainder. 7 to 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we are getting here 6. And then we are deducting one value. So p is equal to p minus 1. So 6 minus 1 will give you 5. Okay, so L5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will return Friday. So let us check for 20 what you are getting here. For 20 it is Friday. Okay, so we are getting a perfect answer here in dry run also. Let us check it. Just run this, and I'll take the same value, 20 and Sunday. You can take a fresh copy of the, I have already so many, Friday I'm getting 20, Sunday and Friday. So this is working perfectly. Can you see? So this is a little tricky question. The trick is you need to find the extra value, and then the modulus 7 will give you the, the 7 times, like how many times you have to move forward, or how many weeks you have to move forward, and the remaining value you will be getting from here. So this will give you the final output. This is the code. Okay, code is small only, but it is a little tricky. So obviously in exam also we are expecting tricky questions only. Okay, the next one is 1 foot equals 12 inches. Write a function. So this is all about function. We have to create a function. So you should be clear with the small stuff, because you are in grade 12. As such, we have a separate chapter for function. But the def keyword is actually used to create a function. So what is that? It is 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Right. 12 inches. Write a function that accepts a length. So you will be taking the value for the length written in the feet as an argument and returns its length written in inches. So the value, you will take the value in feet and you will be converting it into inches. Okay. So 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So what you will do, you will just multiply that value by 12. Write a second function that asks the user for a number of feet and return this value. Write a third function that accepts a number of inches and display the same. Okay, so 3 functions are there. The first one is going to input the value in feet, the second one is going to convert it into inches, and the third one is going to display it. Okay, and then use these 3 functions to write a program that asks the user for a number. So at that time you will call the first function, then tell them corresponding number of inches, then you have to display it. Okay, so all the 3 functions one by one we are going to display. So the first one is to input, the second one is to convert it into inches, and the third one is to display. So first we have to take a function, so where we have to input the values. So let us go to our Python window, and here I am going to create a new file. Okay, this one I'll close it. Yeah, so in this first we have to create a function. So you need to input the value. You can write input function here, and here you have to enter the feet value. So that is x is equal to input enter the value in feet. Done. Now the second one you check. What we have to do, we have to return it. So return the value of x, which is just the input. Now the second one is to convert it into inches. So we will take inch here, and you can take a variable, feet or anything is fine, any of the variable is fine. And then we have to return the value in inch. So if the variable for feet is feet, you will multiply it by 12 to convert it into inches. So with the help of return statement, we will be able to return a value. Now the third one is just to display the results. So display, and I'm taking like any variable a here, and we are just displaying the value in inch, value in inches, and colon, and then comma, the value is in variable a. Okay, so this is done only. Finally we have to call the function. So first we have to call the input function, right? So you just write it down. We will write here m is equal to input, and we are inputting the value here. Okay, next time we have to use this the inches function. So r is equal to inch inc, and here we have to pass this variable m, because this is actually working input function. Input 1 you can take because input is a predefined function, right? And the third one is to display it. So we are using display, and we have to display the value of r. Let me check like how it is working. Go for it. Go for run module. Okay, and then we are going to replace it with the previous file, and then enter the value in feet. So enter the value in feet, any of the value you can take. So suppose in feet I have 5. So value in inches is each 12, 5, 60. This is working perfectly. See, this one value spelling is incorrect. You can do the correction here. Okay, and then you will get the correct answer. So this is, they are just trying to show you the working of function. Otherwise the question is quite simple. In this question we just have to take the the value in feet and to convert it into inches, that's all. But they are asking you to do it. This is looking like a little complex because they are asking you to do this work with the help of function. So mainly here they are just trying to make you comfortable with the function programming. So I think you are clear with this. Now let us move to the next question. So moving to the next question, we have write a program that reads an integer n from the keyboard input computes. Okay, so from the keyboard compute, so we have to input the value of capital N here, which is one integer variable or integer value. So first we have to take the value of n and displace the sum of the numbers and which are falling in between the given range n to n if the value of n is non-negative. Non-negative for positive numbers, we have to follow this one to find the sum, this range, okay? And if n is a negative number, then it's the sum of the numbers which are falling in between this range. The starting and the ending points are included in the sum. So starting value though is included, ending also we have to include, that we have to consider. So for non-negative it is n to 2n, and for negative it is 2n to n. So let us start. We should be clear with the formula for sum. It is sum is equal to, we can write sum plus is equal to sum plus number also, if number is n or I, whatever you will take for the range. So with respect to that we can do. Now the point is, first we will take the value of n because the whole range is based on the value of n only, capital N. So I can just suggest you to go with the same variable if something is given in the question. So well, let me put this this side, and here I can write the code for this program. So first they are asking you to enter the value of n. So n is equal to int input, enter a number. Okay, now the second thing which they are asking us to do is to check if a number is a non-negative number. Non-negative is positive only, obviously. If it is a negative number, so 0 and 0 and for positive numbers. So if this n is greater than equals to 0, in that case you will find the sum in between this range n to 2n. So for that we can execute a for loop here for I in range, and you have to include this n comma 2n. So you have to include 2n also. So what you will write here? So if you will write 2n, so 2n to directly you can't write, 2 into n plus 1 also you add here. So if you write plus n, so it will work till 2n, okay? And then sum is equal to sum plus number. Number is I. So this is done. Perfect. Now the else part. Okay, else is if it is a negative number. So for negative number, I in range, and the range is, you can see 2n to n. So 2n 2 into n comma n. So n is n plus 1. Right, n plus 1, because reason is same only. Otherwise normally if you are writing n is excluded, it's not a part of the range. But if you want to include it as a part of the range, then you have to take plus 1. Here also you find the sum, so sum is equal to sum plus I. So this is perfect only, and finally we have to display the value of sum. So sum of the elements or anything is fine. If you are writing only sum, that is also fine, and we are displaying the value of sum here. So well, we have to execute it. Go to run module, and then I am replacing the okay. So enter a number. For n you can enter any of the value. It is sum is equal to sum plus I. What's the reason? Because that sum variable, if you are using now, you need to initialize also, right? So I'm just initializing it here. Sum is equal to 0. Now let us check it is working or not. Okay, enter a number. I entered 3 here, and we are getting something 18, which is working perfectly. Okay. So I hope you are clear with this question. One thing only in this question you have to remember, whenever we are writing the in range function in for loop, at that time this is included, but the last value is not included. Okay. So if you want to include the value which you have written as the end value, so you have to add plus 1, then it will work for the value. If you will take the value directly, then it will work 1 less than the value. So I hope you are clear with all these questions, and if you have any doubt, please write down in the comment, and please don't forget to share it with your friends, right? And the rest of the questions we are going to cover in the next video. Thank you. Bye.